Good morning, everyone. My name is Julian Ortiz Restrepo. My colleagues are Juan Esteban Porras Ochoa, Stephanie Gutierrez Narvaez, and Kevin Garcia Ruiz. Our presentation will be based on the third grade DBA. The DBAs are a tool designed for all members of the educational institution, parents, caregivers, teachers, and students, that allows them to identify the basic knowledge that must be acquired in the different school grades for the areas of mathematics and language. We will take the third grade DBA as a reference, contrasting it with public educational, specifically in the area of languages. We will make a deep analysis based on the objectives set for this grade and how their analysis allows us to find flaws and weak points to then give observations that contribute to the improvement or correct application according to the context. As a first objective, it is proposed that third grade students understand and describe some details in short and simple text on familiar topics, based on familiar images and phrases.
As a second objective, according to the third grade DBA, students must answer orally or in writing simple questions about short descriptive text and allusive to familiar and class topics.
The next objective is that students should be able to exchange simple ideas and opinions with colleagues and teachers, following models or through images. The DLR in the English area aims to strengthen the four basic skills: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Therefore, activities that promote the development of these allow the adaptation and knowledge of the language within the classroom through problematic situations, debates, and intentional conversations that go according to the topics proposed for the course. The advantage of English classes within the school is that it allows the use of many topics of interest by mainstreaming the concepts seen in other areas of knowledge, so that through the interaction between peers and teachers, students manage to relate all the contents. It is necessary to bear in mind that these moments of interaction aim to increase the degree of difficulty, since each time the knowledge is already seen must be integrated with those that are barely being strengthened to achieve meaningful learning. This is the line with CDB theory that Vygotsky proposed to increase the independence and autonomy of students.
Finally, according to the DBA, students at the end of the course should be able to describe orally and in writing objects, places, people, and communities using simple sentences. They can, for example, talk or write about their neighborhood and what they find there. If we are talking about a public education context, I believe that this objective will not be met since the students have a very low level of English, due to the fact that in some cases it is not usually the English graduates who teach this area. It is for this reason that I will improve this proposal from its root, that is, by training competent teachers in the area of English so that they can only focus on their respective area and thus be able to carry out this objective with their students regardless of the context in which the student is.
In my opinion, I think through linguistic policy it is possible to analyze the problems and the shortcomings found in a context where linguistic verbal communication is present, which is why I think that in a classroom of our Colombian context, it is a bit difficult to influence a foreign language as is English, because that interest has been lost through the time. But for its solution, we must rethink how to act, and I believe that the solution is in the creation of new strategies through dialogue, where students are present all the time and they are part of the subject in order to begin to develop the production by the students.
For the improvement of this specific DBA, I proposed several things. First, establishing a routine or a specific time for English at home. This can help to make it an habit with varied, fun and short sessions of no more than 15 minutes for the little ones. This will be easier to keep the attention and interest of the learners. Another recommendation would be to replace simple text with stories with illustrations or other visual elements that are clear and full of color, which will also provide a very pleasant time for everyone. A final recommendation would be to include songs and rhymes, of course in English. Thanks to the rhymes and song in English, students will have the opportunity to recite or sing small phrases that are repeated in a simple, natural and spontaneous way. In addition to entertaining and having a lot of fun with them, they will be great for practicing without realizing the rhythm, accent and intonation of this language.